I've been watching here to come share with you guys my first impressions of the new Colourpop No Filter Foundation. I also got the new No Filter Pressed Powder and the No Filter Concealer. So I'm laying the bandwagon. Everybody and their mama has tried and loved this concealer. So based off the fandom of this concealer, they created the foundation. So I'm here to try them all out in front of you. You're gonna get my real raw thoughts, no fluff. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face with the new, not the new, this is not new at all. This is my oldie but goodie. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX primer, foundation primer. Okay, so just a little bit of information about the foundation. The foundation is 0.85 ounces. It is a glass bottle and it comes with a lockable pump. So it's already winning because of that, and it costs $12. Yep, so my face is nice and primed. So let's go ahead and get into the foundation. So I bought 3 bottles. One bottle is shade 135 and it's like ghostly. It's way too light. And so the 2 shades that I think might work for me are 145 and 165. I didn't want to get 155 because I was like, I'm not trying to buy 4 bottles of this foundation if they don't work. You know what I'm saying? But I think 165 is closer to my skin tone. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that right here so y'all can see and go from there. I'm trying to get a teeny tiny bit. There you go. Teeny tiny, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch right there. What y'all think? I think that's my shade. I do. I think 165 is my shade. Let's blend it out. Let's see. Nope. I don't see it no more, y'all. So I think that 165 is my shade. If it gets a little too red, I think 145 might help lighten it up. And maybe 145 would be my winter shade and 165 is my summer shade. We just gonna have to see. But this is not too far off from my skin tone. It just don't match in the summertime, okay? So let's go ahead and grab my sponge. This is my Morphe Sculpt and Perfect sponge, something like that. So I'm just gonna take a pump or two. I just got distressed. Deep breaths, okay. I put about 2 pumps on here. Hopefully you guys can't see that. Okay, I put 2 pumps on here. And we're just gonna dot this all over my face. Yep, this is my shade. Yep, we don't need no brightening. We don't need no yellow tone. It's just like perfectly yellow and brown all at the same time. Even though it just squared out my brand new dress, I'm not gonna be mad at it. I feel like it's looking really nice. Feels lightweight. We only did 2 pumps. I feel like it has a really decent amount of coverage. Let me come closer so you guys can see. I feel like it has a really decent amount of coverage. I wouldn't say it's like completely full coverage, but for me, this is good amount of coverage. So I feel like it's matching my neck perfectly. I don't feel like a light right. I don't like to put too much foundation on my forehead, so I'm gonna take that and bring it down to the bridge of my nose. I feel like if your foundation on your forehead looks weird, it's gonna like lay funny on the hairline, and it's just gonna look like a cake face, and I don't like to put too much of my foundation on my forehead, so I'm not trying to look like a cake face. Okay, so for me, that is plenty of coverage. I'm gonna take some of this that just spilled on me and on my dress. I'm gonna put it on my nose, but my nose doesn't have enough. So just a general rule of thumb for me for coverage, I have like a little birth spot right here, and you can't see them. So that's why I feel like this is a really medium to full coverage foundation. So far, I really like this foundation. I feel like it's giving me a dewy finish. And that could have to do with the primer that I'm using, honestly. So I'm not gonna, you know, and I'm dry skinned, so dewy is good for me, okay? But if you're oily, you might want to go in with a mattifying primer. Yeah, but it's definitely giving me glow and dew. Can you guys see it? And I definitely think this is the color for me. 145 is probably gonna be my winter color. Oh man, this dress is getting ruined. Ruined. Thank God it was only $10. But this is the first time I ever wore it. Okay, so down with the foundation. This is 165. I feel like it's a perfect shade match. It doesn't look too bright, it doesn't look too yellow, it doesn't look too reddish. I thought this was gonna look too reddish, but I feel like 165 is my perfect shade. So yeah, loving this foundation. Let's move on to the concealer. I got the shade Dark 40. I feel like I might need Dark 44 or Dark 42. It's a little light, but we're just gonna roll with the punches and see how it goes, okay? So this is the concealer. It's $6. I don't know if I said, but the foundation is $12. I mean, that's, you know, I thought that's a really fair price, okay? All right, so let's get into it. I feel like I'm only gonna need a little bit because I feel like this has got some good coverage to it. Yeah, I'm literally just like tapping it so I can get very light coverage, because I feel like it's gonna be a little light for me. Okay, you see that? You see how light that's looking? You see how light that's looking on me? So let me go ahead and blend it out. But this looks really good. It's definitely no filter. It definitely looks really flawless and smooth and no pores. Like, it's just, it looks really good. So let me show you the side by side with the concealer and without. So you see how it really coats the space well without me putting a lot. I intentionally only put a little bit, and you see how well it coats the space. So if I really went ham, it would be a really strong amount of coverage, okay? So let's go ahead and do this side. Actually, I might have to dip in again. Oh, no, no, won't. That's also good to know. For only $6, you won't have to dip in twice. Just picking it up once, you can get both eyes covered. Now, I can't say that about the whole face. Let me see what about my nose. Ooh, I love this applicator. Like, it's so thin and flat. You can get really precise with it. I've never been able to like draw these like war lines on my face with concealer. It's always been like extra crooked or skitty. It's always like skidding, and it's not like smooth like this is. So I can really appreciate the applicator on this concealer. Let me actually get my under eye first because I don't want it to get a crease on me. I really do like this Morphe sponge, by the way. So yes, know my thoughts on that because I think it's my first time showing it on my channel. I feel like this side is a little bit thicker than this side. Don't know why. Okay, let's get this nose coated. Now my skin is dry and these are matte products, so I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of Fix Plus to help me blend. Not that they don't blend smoothly, it's just that my skin is dry and it can catch. I mostly put that on my forehead, by the way. Just because I have a dry patch on my forehead, and so it just needs a little help. So dark 40, I think is my shade. For highlight, I feel like I'm very well lit, but not too bright where I look like my face and my body is two different shades. Alright, y'all. So it's time to go in with this powder that I've been holding this whole time. This is the Colourpop No Filter Sheer Press Powder right here. And every video I watch people talk about it, they're like, I don't really wear pressed powder. Let me tell you, I wear pressed powder every day. Every time I wear makeup, I wear pressed powder. I usually wear this Smashbox Photo Ready powder. It's so abused. It's so used and abused. I try to blind y'all, but look at this. So if I could find me a $9 dupe, you know I'm down. So this powder is only $9. I'm gonna try to set my face with this. Especially my under eye. I usually just use a loose powder. But I'm gonna try, see if this can set my whole face, including my under eye, okay? So let's swatch it, let's see the pigmentation level. It says sheer, so I'm not expecting a whole much from it, but this is the shade dark, by the way. I feel like it has a decent amount of pigmentation and it blends out really well. There's that. So let's take this powder brush and I'm gonna start underneath my eyes and we're gonna go everywhere else and see what kind of pickup we can get. Okay, there's like something dark on this brush. That's why I just think that just messed me up. I need to use my beauty blender. Hold on. It's not meant to be an under eye powder because they came out with some under eye powders, but I don't like the loose powder. It's just so messy, and so I prefer setting powders like this, pressed powders. So I'm not expecting it to do what a setting powder would do. I'm just trying to see what the color looks like on my skin tone. I don't know. I'm not creasing on this side. Maybe you guys can see that. I'm not creasing. Like I'm creasing over here. See, I'm starting to crease. Not creasing over here, but the color looks weird. So I think this might just be one of those powders I just dust on my face after everything's done. I'm gonna set this side and not set this side so you guys can get a general idea of what this powder does and if I think you need it or not. Now what I would use my face powder for is once I highlight and contour and bronze and do all of that, and I've gone overboard, I use my face powder just to blend everything out at the end. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a finishing powder, and I use it every time too. I'm just gonna set the base before I go in with any highlight and contour and all that stuff, just to see how the powder works by itself. Okay, I'm really going in because I'm really trying to give you guys, if there's a dramatic difference, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give it the best benefit of the doubt. Okay, dude, I totally see a difference. Like the color is perfect. I feel like if you're my shade and like maybe 2 or 3 shades lighter and maybe like 0.5 shades darker than me, this powder is great. Hey guys, so actually my camera died in the middle of me sharing my thoughts and putting on my powder and stuff like that. And at first I was upset, but then I realized this gives me a chance to do a wear test for you guys. So not only will this be a first impressions, but also be a wear test. So I left here around, I don't know, like 6:30. My camera died around 6:30ish. And it's 10:05, so I would say it's about 3.5 hours. You guys can see I hardly put on anything else. I put like a tiny bit of highlighter, well, a tiny bit from me. I put a tiny bit of highlighter, a tiny bit of bronzer, because I didn't want to affect how this was gonna look for you guys. So I don't know if you guys remember from the previous footage, but I put powder, this sheer powder. I put that on this side, and then I didn't put any powder on this side. And so we can see, hopefully you can see up close how the foundation has worn. I haven't got any oils. I'm not oily anyway, but I haven't got any oils. I feel like it's still looking flawless. I do tell a difference between this side and this side. I feel like here it's creasing a little bit more because it doesn't have any powder, obviously, but this side looks like really like a filter. It looks like really nice. So I feel like this could be used more as like a finishing powder. So that's pretty much my thoughts on this. Like, if you put too much highlighter on, if you put too much bronzer on, you really just need to blend everything out, you can use this as for that. Or if you're just wearing concealer or you're doing a very light makeup day, you can use this. So I believe this is worth the $9. I believe that I don't think it's a direct dupe for my Smashbox, but I feel like when I run out of my Smashbox, I'm just gonna, you know, use this because the color is good, the pigmentation is good, it's really lightweight, has a really nice size mirror in here, great compact. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And then my thoughts on the foundation, I feel like it did a really good job matching my skin tone. I feel like the packaging is really nice. It's very lightweight, very long wear. I feel like I could wear this for another maybe 4 or 5 hours. So I think I will be able to get like an 8-hour wear out of this foundation. And I think that's pretty good for $12. I mean, what else would you want? So I definitely give this a 5 out of 5. I give this a 5 out of 5 as well. But for specific uses, I wouldn't use this just as a setting powder underneath my eye because I feel like it wouldn't be as effective and as opaque. This is it clearly says sheer pressed powder, so I used it for what it's supposed to do, okay? So yeah, definitely give this a 5 out of 5. My shade is definitely dark 165, okay? And then the concealer, this concealer is amazing. I think I might get this in a darker shade because I feel like it did make me pretty light, but this is shade dark 40, and I really like this concealer because it's very, very pigmented and it blends out so nice and easy. So yeah, for this entire no filter collection, I am in love. I will, if you guys want, I will check out the setting powders, the loose setting powders. The S for these products right here. I'm in love. Colourpop, you've done it again. Amazing. I'm getting ready to purchase those 2 new Sol and Mar, I think that's what they're called, eyeshadow palettes. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I also have a huge summertime find haul coming up, but I want to give you guys a little short video actually trying on some makeup. So if you guys like videos like this where I'm actually doing a wear test and putting stuff on and doing first impressions, give this video a big thumbs up and I'll make sure to pump out more videos like that for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Mwah.